going on, people? How you guys doing? It's Ronaldo Leaks. I am back with another video, so let me get right to it. So, I know it's been a long absence, so I'm here to talk about Monday Night Raw. So, Monday Night Raw did start off with the Baco, which I thought was surprisingly good. I thought it was going to be like bald and cut hair, go back to Daniel Bryan when he had the cut hair and didn't really have a beard or any of that, so that's what I thought he was going to go back to, but instead he had a tied tail and still a beard and a suit, which didn't turn out well, especially with Vince McMahon off the promo. The promo was good, which I thought he was weird, but he cheap shot at Barrett to humiliate it, so the barrage turnout wasn't a good, so I'm surprised at that. So. And the backball did try to interview Wade, but he didn't even bother it, so that was a bad direction for them. So I was going to say, yeah, so that's where it went. So after that, we had a match. I'm thinking, yeah. What match we had? I think the Usos against the Real Americans. So Usos and Real Americans actually was a good match. It was great, so I thought it was okay. But, yeah, so that's what happened there. I didn't talk about much on everything on Raw, but probably some build-up I'm probably thinking into. CM Punk and Curtis Axel was actually good. I thought it was great. CM Punk did put on a great match with Axel, but the main focus was him to chase Paul Heyman around, so I think his match with Axel was great. And then Brock Lesnar tried to step into the scene, so basically CM Punk did have an upper hand on Brock Lesnar. Unfortunately, Brock Lesnar eventually turned that around and nailed out Punk, so that's great. What's the point of seeing Punk get nailed on Brock Lesnar on, because we're supposed to be one big pay-per-view overcome, so that's what I'm expecting. And then for Paul Heyman, he challenged CM Punk to a fight, so I'm looking forward to see what Paul Heyman's going to be up to. So I knew it was a slow burn, but luckily that worked out pretty well, so glad that happened. So I'm kind of looking into it. I'm kind of thinking what's going to happen on Raw regarding CM and Heyman, which is going to be on the biggest Monday Night Raw, the top brand of the WWE. We're looking forward to, so can't wait to see what happens from there. Other than that, we had the Divas that I really want to talk about. Layla's heel turn. It's kind of in an odd direction. I like her explanation, though, even though it was kind of rushed. But what do you expect? It was a rush explanation, but I wish it was like AJ was more stalled and then you get into TV. But it's just a tape promo basically saying she's trying to get attention. What I do wish, though, is I wish, if Layla's trying to be a threat, I wish she wasn't trying to be a threat, especially on her heel turn. I look at it like, I'm happy that I see how Layla's getting close to Caitlyn. AJ is going to stop Caitlyn, but is it outside the ring? Why isn't she running the ring and interfering and getting something like that? Why does that have to be outside the ring? Why is Caitlyn outside in the first place? I don't know, she was kind of naive on her part, and it was kind of blind rage as well, so that's what I noticed. So, other than that, Layla gets a victory from AJ's interference with that huge kick to the face. I thought that was smooth, trying to go into the Michelle McCool finishing move. So, Hot Pocket, so I thought that was nice, but other than that, it was bad, so that's what I gotta say for that. So Layla nails out Caitlyn for 3. By then, Layla skips with AJ. I don't really like the alliance. I wish Layla was a twinner based on what she said, making a threat to everybody, but the alliance with AJ would be okay if she's trying to be a threat, but they should be a threat, so that's what I gotta say to that. Now she's going back to her flawless roots. Next match, we have Wyatt family against Tons of Funk. Family base squashes Tons of Funk, and then Kane and Wyatt family build up. I think that's going to be kind of the Inferno match, but Wyatt family side. So I think by some surprise, Kane should have had that surprising loss stuff. But from my perspective, I'm thinking, I think Bray Wyatt's going to pull up a surprising victory or a draw of some sort to continue building up. Because if they lose the first one, it's like they're not very as powerful as you. It's just like Nexus when they lost their first feud. So that's what I get that. So basically, Kane and Wyatt family a great, interesting feud. So I'm thinking it's going on a great route. So yeah, basically, I'm looking forward to that.
She has the SummerSlam challenge, so that's all I gotta say to that. And see Wyatt family get a that'll be some great build for the Wyatt family to win the pay-per-view. Make them powerful. Start building up your stable. So that's what they should be aiming for. So Wyatt family have been a great immortal group. So they got to keep that on. So if they disband it or they go on a downfall, still be a persistent alliance, the persistent build that they had. Like since who kind of lost their persistence. They try to keep persistently, but it didn't really work. So that's what I gotta say to that. Next match, Biggie and Dolph. I'm thinking there is a mixed tag team with Caitlyn crossing Dolph. I think they're gonna have some friction eventually. They have to team up. They're warming up to each other, so that's what I'm thinking may happen with Biggie and AJ. That would be a great direction with Biggie winning, so it wouldn't make sense for them to keep having singles matches just thrown on TV and then into a pay-per-view. Kind of would have no logic. So I think they need to have some build for a mixed tag team match. I think that has to be the direction to go for the most part. So I do like singles matches because they had that almost a whole week. Caitlyn and they fought each other, and then with Caitlyn to win on the beach in her hometown again, Layla getting involved, I knew it was going to happen. I look at it as just a way for AJ to keep her title with Biggie banned. Even though all he does is this and just stands ringside, I'm like, there was no point of him being banned. I'm like, what the heck is that? And then for Layla to get involved, it's like, and then for her, they try to build off some explanation for that. Oh, I don't know. It just looks so rushed, and I'm like, it's so unnecessary. It's just really for AJ to keep the title. There's no real logic to Layla's heel turn. They just threw her in there. AJ needs an alliance of herself with Oksana or Tamina. They're not even on TV, so it's like, let's just turn Layla heel because that's what I'm thinking. But the Dolph, Caitlyn, AJ, and Big would be a great tag team match, but if they can put some build into it, some spark, I think that would even make it a more awesome. Like I said, this would be the huge icing on the cake. And yeah, so that's what I'm thinking from there. Main event, Shield against Orton, Bryan, and John Cena. I don't know why the heck it was a disqualification if it was supposed to be a tag team match. It was really unnecessary. I don't know if they used their title belt or whatnot, but I don't know. It didn't make sense to me. Basically, they brawled at the end, and then eventually I heard they got accidentally Bryan and Shield, Daniel Bryan and John Cena. People are hot on the bandwagon. It's going to heel turn. Honestly, I do not think it's going to be turn. I'm thinking they're going to do a different build for him turning heel. It's so many teased heel turns. I got to wait next week to see how he's going to, if he's turning heel, he's going to solidify, or he's just being strategic. And just, or if he's just being strategic and trying to calculate his attempt. So that's what I got to say to that. So that's what I'm thinking that's going to happen. I'm thinking to go down. And then next match we had the Ryback and Mark Henry. Ryback walked out. What the heck was that? I'm sorry. It did not interest me at all. So it seems really not interesting. But they need a Ryback Mark Henry match. A rematch on SummerSlam. That's where they got to go if they're going to go this route. So that's my review. I know it's not too long. I know I didn't say too much, but just giving out my thoughts. So catch you guys later. Peace. Why can't I get this stupid mouse going?